Hello and welcome to Seafoam Isles Draft League Season 3, Week 5, Game 4. This matchup is between Actius, coach of Elite Baby Squad Alpha, and Sir Roland, coach of Fish. Both of debatably the strangest names this season, at least in my opinion. But they're both fun. I I'm not sure what the record is of these coaches. I think they're both 1-3 coming into this week, so this will be a really tight one. It'll be really interesting to see how this one goes, to be completely honest, and I'm excited for this match. So this will be fun, in my opinion. We'll see. Mega Pokemon in this matchup are Mega Gyarados for Actius and Mega Manectric for Sir Roland. The Z Pokemon for the players in this match are Z Attack, not here Shedinja, and Z Any Bisharp, who they come. And then for Actius, the Z Pokemon are Z Any, Poliwrath, Z Attack, Armaldo. Poliwrath here, both Z Any's. So that's going to be really tight, dude. Maybe Rain Belly Drum. Shoot, man. Z Belly Drum Poison Jab. That's a game ender right there, to be completely honest. That's terrifying. Because that could probably one-hit KO the entirety of the team, provided his Poison Jab, obviously. Sucker Punch is not an ensured stopping mechanism, and in Rain, Manectric doesn't really stand a shot at stopping that menace. And that +6 Tapu Fini probably won't be able to save itself against the +6 Poison Jab from this guy. So Poliwrath is terrifying under Rain. And then in terms of Roland's Pokemon, Bisharp, Dark resists Poliwrath. Gets hit by knockoff, it's pretty jeopardized provided it's not Z. But if it is Z, it's still problematic. Even because everything else is weak to or neutral to knock. And Gligar loses a Violite. It's super effective against Rachi. Zapdos loses Boots or Lefties. Damp Rock gets knocked off. Raichu probably just dies. So Bisharp is terrifying if it can land any knockoffs, because nothing will appreciate taking 75% or being Poliwrath. And then Poliwrath kind of has to deal with everything all at once, or at least a handful of Pokemon to get Actius in the lead here. The only problem with Guy is that he's slower than everything on the team, so that'll be real tough for Bisharp to really put in work. Sucker Punch is still scary. It's just it wants to get the knocks going for huge damage, huge value, etc. So, without further ado, I think we the threats are pretty well covered. To be fair, Jirachi's a nightmare. The only problem is Sucker Punch can stop it. There's no way around that. Even with Para, Sucker Punch can just juggle itself around Jirachi. Maybe eventually we could see an Iron Defense set rise, or Colbur. It might even be Colbur, to be honest, to maybe trick Bisharp and then hit it with something like an Aura Sphere, be a special set Energy Ball Aura Sphere. That could be really terrifying, to be completely honest. The only thing stopping that is Manectric, probably. So we'll see how that goes. Anyways, this will be a good one. So Whimsicringe and Rat start. And Taunt right out the gates. This charge is only going to do 17%, not too much. Probably predicting no static proc there, unless it's pressure. It's not pressure. So in comes Mesper, probably going to set up the rocks or throw off a Toxic. Out come these Stealth Rocks. Going to see a Volt Switch. Yep. Crit Volt Switch does 31%. We're probably going to see Gligar come in. Going to see a Knock coming off this guy. Yep. There's Knock. And Gligar is probably going to return the favor here. Because, yeah, there's Defog. And Ice Punch is going to knock out Gligar. Sucker Punch. Mesprit was excited to do some epic pranking, and that was the epic pranking. The knockoff There's Stealth Rocks. Those are likely going to remain up the entirety of the game. Toxic hits Mesprit. Mesprit is in jeopardy now. Unless something's like, unless Whimsicott's like aromatherapy, I think it gets that. In comes Zapdos. It's not Boots. U-turn, not going to trigger static because it's toxic. Obviously, in comes Mr. Fish. And a Aqua Jet will likely kill from here, especially with like CB. So in comes Poliwrath, maybe on a flip turn. 29% in rain. I can't say for certain what this is, but in comes Whimsicott on Poliwrath. What's Poliwrath going to go for? It's going to go for Poison Jab. Going to knock out Whimsicott. And that's one fairy down for Poliwrath. Though it has not quite revealed anything yet. It could still just not be Belly Drum. Crit Poison Jab. Going to do 68%. Moonblast going to kill right back. Poliwrath, as per usual, I love Actius' Poliwrath, dude. This thing is explosive as hell in every game it's in. It's awesome. Down goes Tapu Fini. It's knocked straight out. Volt switches into Jirachi. We're going to see Bisharp come in here probably. Yep, Bisharp comes in. Now, got to be careful of the fighting coverage. That's not there now, and we didn't... And Sucker Punch is going to fail, but Knockoff is pretty scary right here, unless it's like Brick Break or something. And we see the switch straight into the Mesprit. Earth Power. I didn't even know this thing got Earth Power, to be completely honest. That's random as hell. But it's going to whiff. Politoed's going to go for that Protect on the knock. Politoed is probably going to want to be careful, though. Rain isn't as important at this stage in the game. In comes Raichu on a potential knockoff now. Knockoff's going to hit, do 45%. Leftovers are going to be removed. Toxic damage is pretty bad. It's racking up really hard on Mesprit now. Lots of pressure coming in. Volt Switch does 22%. Mesprit's probably going to go for a knockoff. Yep. Off goes that Damp Rock. Poliwrath is gone, though, so it's not that big of a deal. In comes Manectric on potential Earth Power. No, on Scald, yeah. That was pretty obvious. My bad. That was a miscalculated. Now, Volt Absorb is, or Lightning Rod is something that you got to be careful of. But provided the fact that it's at 31 and it's slower, I'm not certain that this is going to go for that. Hidden Power is going to come off. Probably Hidden Power Rock. Hidden Power Dark. Hidden Power Ghost. Volt Switch is going to come off. Not do that much to Jirachi. Jirachi seems to be pretty invested into either HP or special defense. Mr. Fish is going to eviscerate it with 47% off that Aqua Jet. Huge value. Thunderbolt's not going to quite kill. Though no safety net is really left here against Mr. Fish. Mr. Fish is capitalizing on this rain. I think if Politoed comes in and sets rain for it again, it's going to be a huge problem. Aqua Jet's going to finish off the job there. And the numbers are dwindling. Politoed's got to come in. In comes Raichu on the Aqua Jet probably. It's just going to explode, I presume. Yep, down goes Raichu. Mr. Fish is going off. Back in form. This Aqua Jet will also kill Zapdos. Down goes Zapdos. I think we're going to see Manectric come in just to preserve the Mr. Fish diff. Oh, is this dead? No, this is only going to do 29. Yeah. So not going to quite finish the job. Skull's going to break Mr. Fish finally. After all of the crap Mr. Fish has just done. Wow. In comes Zappy Doggo. And Volt Switch or Thunderbolt will end the game. It doesn't really matter. Thunder... capitalizing on that rain. Thunder's definitely going to knock out this turn. That's game. Whoa. Mr. Fish back. This is the return to form of Mr. Fish. The absolute menace, this guy. And that's not to, mention. Poliwrath, awesome performance again. Just knocking those fairies down a lot. It was deadly. And, yeah, Whimsicott had no shot to ever do anything to it. And Raichu and Gligar are just I mean, Gligar did get epic coverage pranked by Mesprit having Ice Punch, but that knockoff was brutal right out the gate. And Manectric got the cleanup, so it was actually quite a close game. Safer Bisharp never really touching the field, but Sucker Punch mind games are always kind of tough, especially since everything had Protect. But if something misplayed to Protect, it was probably going to die. I do think, yeah, Bisharp had really good cleanup options there as well. It's just Mr. Fish beat it to the punch. So that was a really good one by Roland. And not to say Actives played poorly. It was just a real tough one for him, I'm pretty sure. Or not him, them. My bad. But yeah, that was a real good game. See you in the next one.